from unidentified creatures to what many are calling a giant spotted in the sky, and even some of the strongest visual proof of extraterrestrial existence we've seen so far. These are some of the most unsettling moments ever caught on camera. Stick around, because trust me, you won't want to miss a single one. These Libyan farmers were simply going about their routine work in the fields when they encountered something that terrified them for life. The next video was uploaded on Instagram by the account UFO World, known for sharing strange extraterrestrial sightings from all around the globe. However, this particular video, posted on January 19th, was unlike anything we've seen before. Captured by Libyan farmers working late into the night, the footage reveals what appears to be a group of bizarre, humanoid creatures attacking them. These silhouettes were humanoid in shape, but the truly unsettling part was their speed and agility. So unnatural, it was hard to believe they were human. According to the farmers, the creatures didn't show outright aggression, but their actions were undeniably eerie. They seemed to be guarding the area, preventing anyone from venturing further. Their sudden appearance and strange behavior were so unnerving that the farmers fled in terror. And since that night, no one has dared return to that spot. Experts in the comments have speculated that these might be an unknown tribe hiding deep in the caves or forests. After all, even today, there are wild tribes we know little about. But why did they reveal themselves now? What exactly are they guarding? Right now, there are more questions than answers, but one thing is clear. The scene captured in that video is nothing short of terrifying. Two hikers were out exploring the dense, misty woods of Salt Fork State Park when they stumbled upon something that almost made their hearts stop. Nestled in Ohio's largest state park, the Salt Fork Lodge and Conference Center has become a prime location for Bigfoot enthusiasts, largely due to more than 36 reported sightings since the mid-1880s. The park's thick forests and eerie valleys, including infamous spots like Morgan's Knob and Bigfoot Ridge, have gained notoriety for strange encounters. Since 2005, the lodge has also hosted the annual Bigfoot Conference, a gathering of researchers and enthusiasts who swap sightings and share evidence. This particular video, from 2020, has provided some compelling new evidence that's shaking up the Bigfoot community. Originally posted on YouTube, the video comes from two hikers who were clearly spooked after capturing a strange, hairy creature wandering through the forest. As they hear mysterious sounds in the distance, the hikers begin filming. When they aim their camera at the source of the noise, something bizarre emerges from the woods. It's winter, and something like a figure can be seen strolling through the woods like it's right at home. With its humanoid posture, wide frame, and thick black fur, it ticks all the boxes of a Bigfoot. However, it seems a bit smaller than usual, which could indicate that this is actually a young or juvenile Bigfoot going about its day.
See all the hair.
Now, I'm not ruling out the possibility that this could be an ape or even a gorilla, but according to experts, there's no known wild population of these creatures in the area. And as for the idea that someone might be wearing a Bigfoot suit, well, The creature's natural walk and overall appearance rule that out. Let's not forget the 36 previous reported sightings in the region. If so many people are seeing something similar, there might be some truth to it, don't you think? Two hikers were out on a remote trail, deep in the Himalayas. But what they stumbled upon out there wasn't something any guidebook could have prepared them for. In the foothills of Nepal, near the Kali Gandaki River basin, lies a region wrapped in ancient folklore and mystery. These are wild trails where the Himalayas seem to swallow you whole, and the rhododendron forests whisper stories older than time itself. Back in 1994, a seasoned traveler made his way across the Kali Gandaki basin after trekking through the vast Annapurna range. On his second day, he veered east onto a quiet, rarely used trail and found himself wandering through a dense rhododendron forest. Exhausted and needing a break, he stopped at a small hut where locals were selling yak cheese and tea. As he sat down, something strange caught his eye. Mounted high on a wooden post was a massive skull, nearly twice the size of a human's. It was surrounded by colorful prayer flags and small offerings. It was clear this wasn't some random display. It was something sacred, something deeply respected by the locals. Feeling both curious and unsettled, he grabbed his small point-and-shoot film camera and snapped a photo. That skull? That was something else entirely. When he asked his climbing guide what it was, the guide didn't even pause and said a single word: Yeti. And that was that. They didn't stick around. They packed up and continued along the trail. But that feeling of dread, it stayed with him long after. Now nearly 30 years later, and at the age of 83, he's finally decided to share the photos, ones that had been tucked away in a drawer all this time. Honestly, this one got under my skin. There's something unnerving about how casually the guide says Yeti, like it's just a part of the landscape, whether it's a hoax, a ceremonial construct, or something we're not meant to understand. The reverence the locals showed, that's what sticks with me. And the fact that this traveler waited 30 years to share it, that kind of silence doesn't come from a lie. It comes from fear or respect. Also, old photos like this really show us that our forests hold more than we know. To most of us, hiking sounds like a fun and thrilling adventure, until you spot them. This photo was uploaded a YouTube channel on August 12th, 2017, claiming to have captured proof of a mysterious monster's existence. The video itself only shows one photo and doesn't offer any context, but what it reveals is enough to seriously shake you up. In the photo, taken deep in the forest, you can see a large black humanoid figure standing behind the trees. It looks like it's focused on something, and compared to the surrounding trees, this thing is massive. Its wide shoulders and thick frame suggest that it's not something we're familiar with. It also appears to be covered in thick black fur, but one tree in front of it blocks its face, so we can't really make out its features. People online are calling this a possible Sasquatch sighting, and honestly, it does look like one. Whatever this thing is, captures like these remind us that our forests might be home to strange and hidden creatures. These beings seem elusive, almost impossible to track, yet every now and then, something slips through the cracks. So, what do you think? Bigfoot, or something even stranger and more disturbing. If any of you suffer from megalophobia, the fear of enormous creatures, I strongly suggest you skip this next video. And for the brave ones who stay, brace yourselves. This footage comes from the YouTube channel Tahoe Deep and was posted on February 8, 2023. It shows a deep sea exploration filmed at an astonishing depth of 7,000 feet, captured through the eyes of a deep ocean work-class remotely operated vehicle. The video starts off calm until the camera catches something bizarre lurking in the deep. In the distance, a ghostly white creature slowly ascends through the water. It appears to have a central body with long, unnerving tentacle-like arms that trail far below it. At first glance, it resembles a squid, but something about it feels wrong. It's hauntingly massive and eerily graceful. After digging a little deeper, I found out this isn't your average squid. It's a magnapini, also known as the big fin squid or, more fittingly, the nightmare squid. What's terrifying is that it's using its arms in the video in a way that scientists have barely seen before. Part of me is horrified, yet another part can't help but admire how strangely magical it looks. Only 9 videos of this elusive creature have ever been released to the public. Scientists still don't fully understand how it hunts, but many believe it drags those ridiculously long arms across the ocean floor. After watching this footage, I personally think it may use some form of elasticity to spring its arms forward and snatch prey like a living trap. To give you a better idea of just how monstrous this thing is, there's an AI-generated comparison clip. It shows a diver swimming calmly in the deep sea until this nightmare squid glides up beside him. Suddenly, the diver looks like nothing more than a bug. I mean, we've only discovered around 5% of the ocean, and after seeing this, I'm not sure I want to discover the rest. If creatures like this are down there, I think we're better off sticking to land. A homeowner was home alone, but what started as a normal night for him turned into the kind of nightmare you don't wake up from.
You see that? What the fuck?
This video was originally uploaded to Facebook by a clearly shaken homeowner who just wanted answers. In his recording, we see him standing in the hallway, explaining something eerie. Whenever he turns off the lights, something terrifying appears in the other room. And when he finally shows us what he means, it's enough to make your skin crawl.
In this video, we have someone who's home standing in the hallway looking at his room. He noticed something scary when he turned off the lights.
As the lights go out, a dark, towering shadow suddenly emerges in the other room, like it's standing still, just watching him. It's humanoid in shape, but there's something deeply unsettling about it. It's not just a shadow. It feels malevolent, like it has intentions that are anything but good. Yet, the moment he flips the light back on, it vanishes without a trace.
You see that? What the fuck? What the f?
I don't like this. Not even a little. Because that really looks like someone just standing there, waiting in the dark. But if I force myself to be logical, it could be a trick of the light. Maybe a small lamp or screen in the room is casting a distorted shadow on the wall. And when the main lights come back on, it disappears in the brightness. Still, that shadow didn't just look like a random shape. It looked like it was staring back. Most people on Earth believe in something greater than themselves, a higher power, a divine presence watching over us. But this video right here might just reveal him. This chilling footage went viral after being posted across multiple social media platforms, and it's easy to see why. Filmed by a local during a storm, the camera is pointed at the dark, ominous sky. Everything seems normal until a flash of lightning lights up the clouds, and what it reveals is absolutely soul-shattering. For a split second, a massive shadow appears in the clouds, and it's moving. It's not just big, it's colossal. We're talking the size of a building. The figure has a humanoid shape, with a head, shoulders, and even the faint outline of legs in motion, like some giant being silently walking across the stormy sky.
Oh, holy fucking shit, guys.
I don't know about you guys, but if I was the one who recorded that, I would have turned around and sprinted the other way without even looking back. Now, I'll admit, there's always the possibility that this is a clever edit. One clue is that the cameraman shows no visible reaction after witnessing something that jaw-dropping, which might suggest the figure was added in post-production. It's possible he was simply filming the storm, and someone later turned it into a digital nightmare. But whether it's real or fake, one thing's for sure. Whoever made this video did a terrifyingly good job. The internet agrees. This clip shook everyone to their core. How do you know if your house is haunted? Simple. Just do what this woman did. Set up a camera and let it record. This video comes from TikTok and was recorded by a woman in Russia who had been experiencing strange, unexplained activity in her home. The problem was that no one believed her, so she decided to document it herself. And what she caught over the course of several days is honestly terrifying. It all seemed to center around one room, the laundry room. That's where the weirdness started, and where it kept escalating. In the first clip, she walks into the laundry room, nothing unusual at first, until a piece of cloth near the basket slowly rises on its own. But the moment she turns around, it drops like nothing happened, almost like it was watching her. But then came the second night, and things got worse. She wakes up in the middle of the night to check on her washing machine. As she opens the door to the laundry room, right in front of her, a cloth is hovering mid-air, shaped like a figure, just standing there. She screamed, grabbed it, and threw it out like it was possessed. And honestly, who could blame her? And just when you think that's the peak of it, it's not. Things kept getting creepier. A ball starts bouncing on its own. A protective salt line she laid across the doorway gets disturbed, like something invisible walked right through it. And then, the laundry room door completely ripped off its hinges and was thrown to the floor like it offended whatever's in there. At this point, it's pretty clear. Something doesn't want her in that laundry room, and from the looks of it, whatever's haunting the place has claimed that room as its own. Honestly, My advice to the homeowner: don't mess with it. Just seal the room, call it a loss, and take your laundry to the nearest laundromat. Cheaper than an exorcist, and way less likely to get you possessed. This lady was just minding her own business when something across the street made her feel seriously uncomfortable.
There, but there's a silhouette, like a shadow of a person.
The video was uploaded on TikTok by a user who usually posts makeup tutorials and beauty content. But on May 3rd, 2022, she posted something that shook TikTok to its core. Instead of a lipstick haul, this time, she pointed her camera out of her window and captured something that sent chills down her spine.
I'm like fucking scared. There is no one standing there.
Across the street, on the side of a building, was a shadow. Not just any shadow, but a human-like silhouette just standing there. No movement, no source, just an eerie stillness that felt wrong. And here's the thing, there was nothing that could have been casting it. No tree, no pole, nothing in sight that could explain why that shadow was there. Yet it stayed, like it was watching her.
I'm like fucking scared. There is no one standing there, but there's a silhouette, like a shadow of a person.
Naturally, TikTok exploded with theories. Some said it was spray paint. Others claimed it had to be a clever edit. But then, the creator posted a follow-up. She shut down the spray paint theory immediately, saying the shadow had disappeared the next day. If it were painted, it wouldn't just vanish. And for the editing accusations, she claimed she had trouble even getting the original video to upload properly, suggesting that whatever this was, it didn't want to be seen. She even addressed another theory, that something behind the building might be casting it. But according to her, there was absolutely nothing back there. Then what are we looking at? A glitch in reality? A visitor from another dimension? Or maybe something that's not supposed to be seen at all? Whatever it was, it left more questions than answers, and one seriously disturbed TikTok feed. This homeowner was out running errands when a sudden alert from his home security system made his blood run cold. The footage comes from a small, quiet town in Mexico. The homeowner had stepped out to grab some supplies when his phone buzzed with a motion alert from his home camera. At first, he thought it might be nothing, until he opened the live feed, and what he saw made his heart drop. His dogs were barking like crazy, pacing, growling, and staring down the empty road. But there was no one there, that is, until it appeared. A pale white figure slowly emerges in the distance, walking silently down the dark road. It's faint, almost like a ghost, and it moves with an eerie stillness that feels unnatural. Now here's the creepy part. The homeowner's house is 45 minutes away from the nearest town, and that's by car. There's no reason for anyone to be walking out there, especially not in the dead of night. So who or what was it? Many viewers believe it's La Llorona, the weeping woman, a ghostly figure from Mexican and Latin American folklore. If you grew up in South America, you've probably heard the chilling tale of a woman cursed to wander the earth in sorrow, crying out for her lost children. But this video, it suggests it might not be just a bedtime story. It might be a terrifying reality. Black Forest, Colorado, has always had a haunted reputation, but what Russell Elliott captured there feels like something ripped straight out of a horror movie.
Come on, man. What?
This footage comes from the YouTube channel Paranormal Witness, known for documenting eerie and unexplained encounters. In this particular case, they featured a submission from paranormal enthusiast Russell Elliott, who experienced some truly disturbing events just 2 minutes from the infamous Black Forest haunted house. That house, for those unfamiliar, is rumored to be built on a rainbow vortex, a supposed energy hotspot that has long attracted paranormal investigators, thrill seekers, and ghost hunters alike. One evening, Elliot noticed strange, shifting lights deep in the woods near his home. Sensing something unusual, he grabbed his home camera and followed them, leading him to an old, desolate shed. As he stepped inside, armed only with a dim flashlight, he scanned the dark room, and what he captured is pure nightmare fuel. In the beam of his light, a strange alien-like figure appears, hunched, still, almost hiding, but unmistakably there. With an enlarged head and bulging black eyes, it looked exactly like the typical extraterrestrial beings from abduction lore. The moment he spotted it, Elliot bolted out of the shed.
Come on, man. What?
Now, here's where it gets even creepier. The lights he saw earlier, many viewers believe they were from a spaceship, possibly the same one that brought this thing to the forest. And the shed encounter, that was only one part of Elliot's intense 4-hour investigation. Speaking of aliens, this next clip from Mexico shows that they're not just snooping around. Sometimes, they might actually be our saviors. This footage, taken from an Instagram reel, appears to show something absolutely mind-blowing. Recorded from a mountaintop, the video captures a bright, blazing object streaking down from the sky. According to the uploader, it was a meteor hurtling straight toward Mexico City. But just as the meteor seems moments away from impact, something unbelievable happens. Out of nowhere, a glowing white orb descends above it, and in the blink of an eye, the meteor begins to curve back upward, away from Earth. It genuinely looks like that orb somehow deflected it, steering us away from what could have been a major catastrophe. Now, whether this video is 100% legit or not, I can't say for sure. But if that was an alien intervention, I'm just saying, they've earned themselves a free dinner at my place. Tacos, Wi-Fi, the whole package. Some people still believe we're living inside a simulation, and every now and then, a glitch like this makes you wonder if they're actually right.
What the fuck? No, literally.
Wait.
This bizarre footage, captured by a store employee, shows something that honestly looks like a paused video game character. A woman is seen holding a bag and frozen mid-step, as if someone hit the pause button on just her. Everything else around her is moving as normal. People walk past her, carts roll by, but she stands there, completely still, like a real-life mannequin challenge from another dimension.
No, literally.
Wait.
What the fuck is
Babe,
going
stop
on?
cussing.
Look, is no one seeing this? What is going on?
She stays locked in that strange position for an entire minute. Yes, a whole minute, without even blinking. And then, just like that, she moves again, as if nothing happened.
What?
Now maybe she was extremely drunk, or just really committed to a dare. But if you ask me, it's hard not to see this as a little crack in the matrix. Either way, glitch or not, that was straight up uncanny. This next video shows an apartment owner capturing something truly bizarre flying through the night sky, and it's not what you'd expect.
Dude. Mercy.
This footage, recently uploaded to the internet, gives us a strange yet fascinating view from someone's apartment window. As the cam review pans across the night sky, we can clearly spot a bright light cutting through the clouds. But the real surprise comes when this light emerges, revealing a perfectly round object, glowing intensely as it zips across the sky at a surprising speed and altitude.
Dude. Mercy.
Now, sure, some might say it's just a drone, but in all honesty, I've never seen a drone that emits light that strong, or one shaped like a glowing orb zooming that high up. Maybe it's a new piece of tech. Maybe it's something else entirely. But unless someone from the government wants to step in and give us a solid explanation, we might just have to consider the possibility that this could be real. In November, a bizarre and eerie video surfaced on a YouTube channel called Shimmy Jim Hog. According to the video captions, a homeowner captured this footage around 1:30 in the morning when he started hearing strange noises on his roof, similar to what he had heard the previous night. Armed with his camera, he ventured outside to investigate. As the homeowner stepped outside, he shared with the camera his curiosity about the mysterious sounds. However, to his horror, when he pointed the camera towards the roof, he discovered a truly creepy humanoid figure staring down at him. The man, understandably startled, stumbled backward and rushed inside to grab his firearm. Upon returning, the mysterious creature had vanished into the night. The creature appeared bald with a large, round head, but due to the low light, its facial features remained obscured. To me, this creature resembles what is often referred to as the Rake. Regardless of its identity, the eerie encounter left an impression of something with potentially malevolent intentions. This video unfolds in the Himalayas, capturing footage that left viewers in a state of fear and confusion. Two hikers recorded this scene as they explored the Himalayan range, spotting a large dark creature in the distance leisurely strolling around. This creature, entirely black and seemingly covered in a thick coat of fur, initially gave off the impression of a bear. However, as it came into clearer view, it became evident that it wasn't a bear due to its humanoid posture. Some viewers who have seen the video are skeptical, suggesting it may be the elusive Yeti. The Yeti, often described as an ape-like creature, has been a subject of folklore in the region. So, the question remains, what do you think this creature is? A Yeti, or perhaps something even more strange and unsettling than our familiar classifications? A video was uploaded on Reddit by a user claiming to have a clip of a mountain beast captured on a bridge. In the video, you can see the edge of a forest and the shadow of what seems to be a bridge road. After a few seconds, a large shadow appears, walking on the bridge. The shadow is quite big compared to the bridge and moves around casually. Its outline resembles a humanoid, making it look like a Sasquatch. However, I'm still not completely convinced by the video. It's just a shadow, and we don't have any other evidence that this is some kind of Sasquatch. It's possible that it's just a person walking close to the light source, creating the illusion of a monstrous shadow. However, even if it was a human, I can imagine being really scared if I were there and saw that. Even if you believe you've witnessed all the wonders of nature, The animal kingdom always has surprises in store, especially in the depths of our oceans. A recent internet sensation featured a particularly strange marine worm caught by a fisherman, showcasing the bizarre and unfamiliar side of ocean life. The video begins with the cameraman's hand displaying the worm he just reeled in. At first glance, the worm appears to be a typical ribbon worm, but it takes a sudden twist when it exposes its insides from its front end. The remarkable part is what emerges. It seems to be a mouth of its own. While it might give off an alien-like vibe, it's actually a worm employing a unique feeding mechanism. This weird process involves the worm extending a part called a proboscis, essentially an appendage it uses for feeding. The protruding mouth-like structure serves the purpose of pulling in food. Though it's a natural behavior for the worm, it undeniably presents a crazy and weird way of eating that manages to both intrigue and gross out viewers simultaneously. Nature's surprises truly never cease to amaze. A video surfaced on a Chinese content uploading platform, offering a glimpse of the eerie atmosphere on the roads at 1 in the morning. The footage combines views from 2 different traffic cameras situated across the city. Both cameras captured a mysterious, dark figure casually strolling along the road. This enigmatic entity appeared dark and transparent, with a distinctly humanoid outline. It moved in a manner reminiscent of a person, stepping in a humanoid posture and wandering aimlessly across the street. What makes this encounter more intriguing is that the same figure was recorded by another camera, displaying a similar outline and walking pattern. To me, this apparition resembled a wandering ghost or spirit. Given that it was spotted on 2 separate cameras, there's a possibility that this could be an authentic sighting of a ghost. However, it's essential to consider alternative explanations, such as potential camera malfunctions, or the chance that someone edited and added a computer-generated ghost in both frames. If you are enjoying this so far, consider subscribing. It really helps me keep this channel going. Imagine yourself out fishing on a wonderfully serene day with clear skies and picturesque clouds. As you take in the beauty of the scene, you see this in the sky. Some fishermen off Key West have stumbled upon rare punch-hole clouds, creating an appearance that could easily be mistaken for some alien activity in the area. These punch holes present a captivating yet slightly eerie spectacle. Multiple formations of these clouds adorn the sky, leaving the recording fishermen understandably confused. The scene resembles something out of a doomsday apocalyptic event, adding an extra layer of intrigue. However, investigation revealed that these striking formations are not extraterrestrial in origin. Instead, they are a rare natural occurrence known as fall streak holes, also referred to as holopunch clouds. These formations occur when part of the cloud layer forms ice crystals large enough to fall as a fall streak. This phenomenon takes place in clouds containing supercooled water droplets, where the water is below 0 degrees Celsius, but hasn't frozen yet. Given their infrequency, it's no wonder that the fishermen and others witnessing such sights initially entertain thoughts of alien activity or some otherworldly event. Nature, as always, has its ways of surprising and captivating us. Trail cameras indeed offer a fascinating glimpse into places and moments that humans might not physically witness. However, sometimes the images they capture can be unsettling and raise many questions. In a video from a Canadian forest, recorded at 5 in the morning, the trail camera provides a view of the deep woods illuminated only by its flash. As the clip unfolds, a mysterious figure moves through the trees in the distant darkness. Unfortunately, the darkness prevents a clear view of the creature's appearance or even its outline. Nevertheless, the creature appears slender and quite tall. From my perspective, it seems like a humanoid creature, or more precisely, a human. The intriguing part, however, lies in questioning the presence of a person in the middle of the forest at such an early hour. This video was recorded back in 2013 when a guy was hiking in the mountains and heard breaking branches close to him. Scared, he tried hiding and then looking for what was causing it. Soon enough, he was able to uncover the scary reason behind the sounds. Quite close to the guy, the creature remained half hidden in the bushes and trees. Its whole body was covered in thick, dark hair. The man remained hidden, trying his best to not be seen by the creature, or else it would have ended very badly for him. I don't know if it's just my imagination, but the creature seemed to be reaching with its arm, which I don't think a bear would do. You could see part of that tree moving like it was picking leaves. For me, it looked like it was Bigfoot. Also, it had a unique color, and I've heard people describing Bigfoots as having a mixture of colors like this creature. Could it be Bigfoot, or am I mistaken? And this is just a bear caught at just the right moment. There are times when humans come across a sight that takes them back to the mythological world, and something exactly like that happened in 2015 in Thailand when locals saw a buffalo giving birth to a scary creature. Although the animal was born to a healthy buffalo and had the hooves, body, and limbs of a mammal, it also had strange reptile-like scales and an elongated snout, and candles were lit around the calf, as locals believed it would bring them good luck, while humans' imagination and mind ran wild with the poor calf, assuming it to be an omen, or, for some, a mutation mix of a crocodile and a buffalo. In reality, it was just a baby with a skin disorder, resulting in it being scaly like a reptile. In 2016, a farmer in China came across a creepy sight. He was all excited for his pig who was soon to give birth. However, when it did, it wasn't exactly what the farmer was expecting. The piglet had 2 heads attached to one tiny body. It had 2 snouts and 3 eyes. According to the farmer, he did not feed the pigs anything toxic, so that could not be the reason. From the looks of it, the piglet appeared healthy, drinking milk and even eating like normal animal babies do. However, how long would it survive remained a question. I don't know why, but this is certainly not the first case I hear of such mutations. These kinds of things seem quite common in China, as animals with 2 heads or other mutations keep getting born every few months, but they don't survive for too long. I wonder why that is the case. If you are enjoying this so far, consider subscribing. It really helps me keep this channel going. Storms are pretty scary to even look at from afar, but imagine being right in the middle of one. This is exactly what happened in this clip, where a man somehow managed to record all the chaos that was happening around him as a strong storm hit his house. At the start, the winds were not that strong, but within seconds, the whole scenario completely changed, and the car, the bins, and whatever was on the street started being pushed around. Even the trees, with such strong roots in the ground, couldn't hold the ground and broke into half. God knows how the man was able to stand there and record it all, and why he did not try to rush inside to somewhere safe. I am sure I wouldn't hang around with all this hell going around me. It literally took a few seconds for the whole scene to turn from peaceful to chaotic, and I guess that's how powerful nature is. If you guys love going to the beach for a nice sunny day and to get some needed tan, this clip will have you thinking twice before planning your next trip. This clip was recorded a couple of years ago when a huge wave hit the coast, although I am not sure exactly where this is filmed. At the start of the clip, it looks like just a normal day on the beach. There was no water beyond the limits. However, in a matter of seconds, a huge wave hit, dragging with it everything around. The cars, the huts, and everything that was there completely vanished, with nothing but water in the sight everywhere. The guy who was recording it all was safe since he was standing on top of the building, but considering the flow, it would not be surprising if the water took the building down as well. I don't know if that was the case here, but I have to warn you, if you find yourself at a beach and see the waters retreat a lot, you need to run. A big wave is coming your way. Recorded years ago, this clip had everyone in shock as they laid their eyes on it. It was in India that some locals saw a weird animal roaming around their village. Not knowing what it was, they caught it and got it caged. At first, I thought that it's a dog with some skin disease, but it does not really look like a canine. The body shape resembles more of a rat. Was it some species that had somehow hidden from human eyes till today? Or was it just an animal with some abnormality that got way too big? When it was uploaded on the internet, everyone had their own opinions. However, I can't say for sure which is the true one. Anyone has any explanation? With every clip, you will be taken to the weird world in which we live. This clip, for instance, shows another moment that, if not filmed, no one would have ever believed. In the middle of the night, when everything seemed calm and peaceful, a raccoon made a grand appearance on a Ring camera. But the raccoon was not doing anything usual. Instead, it was flawlessly walking on its front legs. I gotta give it to him. He's got skill. Now, the question is why? Why was the raccoon up to such tricks? Maybe its hind legs were hurt. Or maybe it was just trying to show off its newly learned tricks. Has anyone ever seen this before? I know it's a first for me. Zoos have been keeping animals for so long, feeding them whatever they can. However, this zoo staff was recorded feeding something out of the ordinary to a few of their animals: blood. Vampire bats are known for their liking of blood, and that's the main thing they live on. So, to keep them alive and healthy, the zoo makes sure to give them enough blood when they need. In the clip, we can see how they have arranged a number of tiny bowls which they fill with blood, and then the bats come to the ground to drink from them. This non-traditional way might freak you out, but that's the only way to keep these bats healthy and satisfied. As for what kind of blood the zoo feeds them, it remains a mystery, adding to the creepiness of the whole situation. Although I am pretty sure it's not human, so don't worry. While most people only focused on the buffaloes making their way through the thick snow, not many saw what was happening in the background. While the buffaloes were busy walking around, not just one or two, but 4 massive creatures were captured on camera as well. They remained mostly hidden behind the trees, but the glimpse that we got was enough for us to know that they were none other than Bigfoot. They were huge if we consider their size compared to the trees, and the way they effortlessly moved through the snow tells us that they were not average humans. The footage was recorded by a camera mounted in the area for surveillance purposes, and when the authorities got the video, they were quite shocked. Do you believe this is footage of a Bigfoot family? In a video that gained significant attention on the internet in 2015, a strange and eerie incident was captured inside an apartment in Malaysia. The footage, recorded by a security camera, unfolds in a kitchen where the apartment owner appears to be engrossed in preparing a meal. However, something really unsettling is happening behind him. As the apartment owner continues his cooking tasks, a black smoky orb materializes behind him near the bedroom door. The orb seems to linger as the owner finishes preparing his meal, and curiously, it follows him when he enters the bedroom to retrieve plates. The dark figure remains present as the owner reemerges and heads to the dining room, with the mysterious orb trailing him. What makes this video particularly bizarre is that throughout the entire sequence, The homeowner seems completely unaware of the dark presence lurking behind him. It creates a chilling and surreal atmosphere as the homeowner goes about his routine, oblivious to the shadowy and unholy entity silently following his every move from the darkness. Being stared at or feeling someone lurking can be an eerie and unsettling experience on its own. But when you're unsure whether the thing staring at you is real or not, it adds an extra layer of fear. In this video, an explorer makes a creepy discovery while hiking in the mountains. They come across a small opening, and inside, they find a face constructed from stones, seemingly staring back at them. What makes it even creepier is that the face appears to be smiling, and there is a whole dark vibe about that smile. Also, there's a strange transformation noted by some viewers. At the beginning of the video, the face might not have been smiling, but as the camera zooms in, it seems to smile directly at the camera. This experience is truly chilling, especially considering it's in a remote mountain area where it's unlikely someone created the face for tourist purposes. Trail cameras and Bigfoot sightings often go hand in hand, leaving us wondering whether these legendary creatures truly exist. In this trail cam footage, we can see a dark black figure lurking behind a tree, attempting to remain hidden from the trail camera's view. However, after some time, it approaches a bit close to the camera, allowing us to discern some of its features. The creature appears to be covered in a thick coat of black hair, and its overall shape resembles that of a classic Bigfoot. Moreover, since we can only see its upper body frame, it's evident that the creature is quite wide and towering in stature. So, what do you think this creature was? Was it merely a buffed-up gorilla or a genuine sighting of the mighty Bigfoot? This video was uploaded by a guy on YouTube in 2017. He recorded and uploaded it to see if others had any idea what the thing he just saw was. Apparently, it looked like an insect, but not one or two. Instead, a whole group conjoined together, clinging to a tree or rock in the creepiest way possible. And to make it scarier, the whole mass was pulsating in a weird way as well. At first, I was shocked and found myself scratching my head since I had no idea what it was. But later I found out online that this mass might be tens of sawfly larvae, although I can't say with full confidence that they appear much larger than they would be alone, and they then wriggle in unison to appear as one organism. I heard before of this kind of behavior, which is triggered in order to incur a survival advantage, because one single larvae would be easy to pick and eat by the birds. Therefore, they form this weird mass and freak every passing being out. But I can be wrong. What do you think? If you got so far in the video, it means you're a dedicated viewer. Thank you. And if you subscribe and hit the bell button, I promise to keep posting these for you to enjoy. There are sights you see that will always stay in your head to haunt you. And the sight of this donkey is one of them. Recorded years ago, this clip can still have the ability to haunt people. I know it will haunt me for the days to come. It shows a donkey with abnormal growth near its ears and on its face, which looks like an extreme case and must have had this donkey in severe pain. However, its bad luck was that it was in a village where instead of getting proper care, the donkey was made an exhibition for locals to come and have a look at. Without treatment, I suppose the donkey later died due to its situation, although I hope I am wrong. Bad luck can happen anywhere and everywhere. Most of the time, it catches you so off guard, not even the people around you know what to do. This is exactly what happened to this woman, who was having a normal day, shopping and walking around the mall, until moments before she could get on the escalator, a floorboard collapsed. However, thanks to the quick reflexes of the guy who was with her, she didn't get hurt, and he even managed to pull her back with the help of others. I think I always think about this when I get on an escalator, because this is not the first video I see of people falling next to an escalator. While watching this video, I felt genuinely concerned about the identity of this creature and the origins of the video. Unfortunately, there wasn't much information available. In this unsettling footage, we see someone standing in front of a car, signaling it to do something. The creature appears humanoid, but has a rather strange and unconventional shape. If it's an animal, it seems to be naked with no fur on its body. Its limbs are thin, and its head has an unusual, almost alien-like appearance. The way this creature is signaling the car to veer into the bushes and darkness is exceptionally peculiar. What might its motives be? Does it intend to lure passengers there for sinister purposes? The answers remain a mystery. This is the strange sight some hikers found in some forests. Could it be a lost orangutan strolling the forest, or a backpacker with seriously long arms? Or is it perhaps the legendary Sasquatch? The long-limbed creature steps out from behind the dense foliage and strolls through, the camera following its every move. Fortunately, whatever it is, it doesn't seem to be aware of the camera. Its face is ape-like, which would contribute to the idea of it being some type of orangutan. It does not look in our direction, but walks determinedly. I would love to know which forest this is in. Unfortunately, we do not get to see more of this strange creature, but it does raise the question of whether this is a lost species of humans, as we can see how human-like it appears. Glowing white eyes in the dead of night. From out of the darkness can barely be seen a shape, a moving creature. It is rumored to be the Australian Yowie. Some individuals believe that Yowies could be the Australian equivalent of Bigfoot, although there are different accounts regarding the creature. It is believed that this creature inhabits the outback and other remote areas of Australia. Opinions on the creature's behavior vary, with some describing it as timid or shy, while others claim it to be violent and aggressive. I think it is safe to say that whatever this creature is, it is a terrifying one we would all want to avoid meeting in the forest. With its large forehead, we can almost imagine it to be a gorilla of sorts. Its movements are rapid and jerky. It seems to be hiding, but from what? Does it know it is being watched from this trail camera? These homeowners heard some strange sounds outside their home, and they started recording the outside. And what they saw was terrifying, as the owner started calling someone on his phone. Deep within the darkness, something seems to be moving. The creature remains still to begin with, hiding in the distance and watching. It then moves over to the side slightly and comes closer to the camera. I can't be sure if there is a time lapse on this video, but it seems that the frightening humanoid figure materializes ever closer. The figure is white and large, a Skinwalker perhaps. If such a thing does indeed exist, I would imagine it to look just like this. You can hear the desperation in Richard's voice as he tries to convince his friend of what he is seeing.
It's like 35 feet away, and it came out of those weeds. You know what I'm talking about?
At one point, the being looks almost ape-like, until it stands straight again, and then it clearly is not. The creature is very well aware that Richard is there, and it watches him. Richard says something like, "It came back."
Oh my god, there it is, Mike. It came back. Oh my gosh.
Making us understand that this is not the first time he is visited by this. We can only hope that Richard's friend eventually believed him and came to his rescue. This driver caught a strange sight in the middle of the road and had to film it. A strange-looking predator carrying away its slain prey. The only thing really clear in this video is the fact that whatever the animal is walking away, it is carrying the head of a zebra. Where does the rest of the prey lie, we wonder? It is half bush pig, half buck of some kind, a deviant of nature, an amalgamation of beings that hides in the night. I am not quite sure what this creature is. Unfortunately, just as we see the profile of the animal, it disappears into the bush. But I think I've been watching this video too many times. The animal's bottom almost seems pixelated as it trots casually away, which makes me wonder whether the footage has been edited. The animal is indeed casual. It does not seem perturbed that there is a vehicle with bright lights following closely behind it. There is no sense of urgency. This in itself is strange and somewhat unnerving. This video starts innocently enough with a few guys filming something odd in the distance. The one filming makes reference to black dots, but their attention, and ours, is very soon diverted to the large humans scaling the forest edge. We hear the cameraman's exclamation that it is a skinwalker.
Dude, that was a skinwalker. What? Follow him. I videoed it.
Within Navajo culture, a skinwalker is characterized as a malevolent witch capable of transforming into, possessing, or camouflaging themselves as an animal. I was under the assumption, however, that skinwalkers ever only came out at night. This is in broad daylight. I'm really not sure what to make of it. The creature is huge, almost reaching the tops of the trees. Unfortunately, it isn't long before the guys lost the creature, so we can't be sure what it was that we saw. This lady has found one of the strangest looking creatures. At first it does look like some sort of a abnormal rat, crawling without any limbs. However, as strange and alien as these creatures are, there's actually a logical explanation. This bizarre creature is called the rat-tailed maggot. So it is not a rat, but rather a maggot. It is the larval or immature stage of a fly. These whitish larvae measure around 3 to 4 inches in length and possess a distinctive feature, an elongated tail of approximately 1 to 2 inches in length. This tail serves as a breathing tube for the maggots when they are submerged in water. As they reach maturity, the maggots become a nuisance by crawling away from their breeding site in search of a dry location where they can undergo metamorphosis and transition into the adult stage. As creepy as they look, they are completely harmless, so the lady in this video was in no danger. This guy was walking around in a forest, filming as he was doing his stroll, but when looking back at his footage, he found something strange caught on camera. Right at the end of this footage, the camera caught the sight of a strange lizard-like creature which can be seen emerging from a tree stump. The cameraman obviously did notice, as we can see how he freaked. It is indeed a frightening sight to see while walking all alone in a forest. But honestly, I think that rather than a mysterious creature, it is more likely a type of lizard. But even that would be hoping for too much. There is so much driftwood and debris out in the forest that it is quite easily just a strange shaped piece of wood. There are strange creatures among us, for sure. This isn't one of them. These remarkable images, captured by a trail camera deep in the forests of Oregon, have ignited a wave of speculation and wonder. From the very first glance, it becomes apparent that we may be in the presence of the legendary and elusive creature known as Bigfoot. The figure, towering amidst the trees, exhibits distinct humanoid characteristics, captivating the imagination with its enigmatic presence. However, it is the additional element that truly adds an extra layer of intrigue to this already fascinating encounter. Upon closer examination, an unexpected revelation unfolds. Nestled securely on the back of the majestic Bigfoot, a smaller figure becomes visible. This diminutive companion, seemingly a baby, clings tenaciously to its larger counterpart, gripping onto the strands of hair. The resemblance between the two is striking, suggesting a kinship. The notion that these awe-inspiring beings may indeed be a Bigfoot and its offspring opens up a world of possibilities. Could these elusive creatures possess complex familial structures and social dynamics
Do they, like humans and other mammals, exhibit maternal instincts and nurture their young? The presence of the baby Bigfoot lends further credence to the existence of an entire species. Could this remarkable trail camera footage be the key that unlocks the secrets surrounding Bigfoot's elusive nature? We can see someone filming some sort of animal in a ditch that is approaching. The person filming is backing as the creature is approaching. At first glance, one might be inclined to believe that the approaching creature is a bear cub, given its initial size and the cautious retreat of the person behind the camera. However, as the lens focuses and the animal turns to reveal its profile, we quickly see that this is not the case. The creature possesses a unique amalgamation of features: a sizable head, a compact body adorned with a dense coat of hair, and short limbs that convey an uncanny fusion of monkey-like attributes with those reminiscent of a rat. Its distinct form is enough to elicit both fascination and trepidation, leaving us to question the very nature of its existence. As the scene unfolds, our attention is drawn to the creature's behavior. It exhibits a mixture of curiosity and caution, a primal instinct driving it to explore its surroundings while remaining wary of the human presence. We witness its repeated attempts to scale the grassy wall beside the ditch, an endeavor that suggests a desire to evade potential danger or seek refuge in the elevated terrain. The intensity of the encounter heightens as the creature persists in its approach towards the person filming. What drives it to venture towards the human observer? Is it driven by curiosity, a quest for food, or perhaps an unknown instinctual desire for connection? However, just as the anticipation reaches its peak, the video abruptly ends, leaving us yearning for more. What exactly was this enigmatic creature that crossed paths with the intrepid filmmaker?
A boy wanders through the woods at night, his camera recording the adventure. The darkness around him is thick, pierced only by the occasional beam of his flashlight. Suddenly, a humanoid figure leaps out in front of him, startling and unidentifiable.
Oh my gosh! Help! Help!
The creature, or person, gives chase, and the boy's steady walk turns into a frantic run. The camera jostles wildly as he flees, capturing only glimpses of the shadowy pursuer. The footage is raw and pulses with urgency, making us question what we're seeing. Is this a genuine encounter with a strange creature of the night, or could it be a friend in disguise, orchestrating a prank in the perfect setting for a scare? In the moment, with adrenaline high and breaths coming fast, it might seem like the former. But reflecting on the video, it feels more likely to be a case of human mischief rather than an unearthly chase in the dark woods. In this world, there are two types of people: those who believe Bigfoot is just a myth, and those, like me, who are convinced they are real. If you find yourself in the first group, this video might make you reconsider. Recorded during a night trek by a hiker, the footage unveils a massive, hairy creature in the forest. As the hiker illuminates the creature with a flashlight, it stands motionless at the edge of the forest.
I don't know if y'all can see that or not, and it's moving.
Its size is impressive, and from a distance it appears to be cloaked in thick black fur. Initially, I considered it might be a bear, but upon closer inspection, the body shape doesn't match that of a bear. The gap between its hind legs and their length doesn't align with what you'd expect from a bear. So if it's not a bear, the chances are high that this creature could be what most people refer to as Bigfoot. This intriguing footage challenges the skepticism surrounding Bigfoot's existence and invites us to contemplate the mysteries that might still be hidden in the depths of the forest. Ever had that heart-stopping moment when a shadow in your room at night turns out to be just a piece of cloth
Well, imagine that feeling deep in the heart of a Canadian forest. In this video, a camper, venturing a bit beyond his campsite to capture the beauty of the woods, experiences a spine-tingling jolt when he thinks he spots Bigfoot. The shock hits him hard, but upon closer inspection, it turns out to be a false alarm. Instead of encountering Bigfoot or any living creature, it's just a peculiar root system from a tree.
Root system doesn't look like Bigfoot. I was like, what?
This intricate tangle of roots bears an uncanny resemblance to a massive, hairy Bigfoot sitting on a rock. Even as the cameraman zooms in on the roots, distinguishing between a real Bigfoot and these roots becomes challenging. It's undeniably a hair-raising moment for the camper. If I were in his shoes, a swift sprint would have likely been my initial reaction to this unexpected and spooky encounter. Many animals have relatively short lifespans, often shorter than humans. However, there are exceptional cases, such as the one featured in this video, where a creature has managed to live such a long life that it had the time to develop its body to its full extent. Some people stumbled across a giant salamander in their pool. This remarkable amphibian measures 4.5 feet in length, weighs 114 pounds, and exhibits a rough, aged body texture. Although this particular specimen is not exceptionally large for its species, as these massive animals can grow up to 6 feet long, its size is still a statement to the fact that it managed to live a long life away from predators. I know seeing this might be exciting to some, but I would certainly feel a bit scared to spot it in my pool, and I would have no idea how to get it out of there. Have you ever witnessed a disabled ghost? This video originates from a hospital security camera in Spain, capturing a wheelchair moving autonomously. The wheelchair starts rolling, smoothly navigating over a speed bump, then unexpectedly goes in reverse until it exits the camera frame, concluding the video. It's worth noting that this incident occurred at night, and there is no one visible near the wheelchair or within the camera's view, indicating it moved entirely on its own. The eerie nature of the scene suggests a ghost or spirit's involvement. While exploring more far-fetched logical explanations, one might consider the possibility of strings being attached to the wheelchair. However, moving a heavy wheelchair would likely require thick ropes or strings, which should be visible in the camera footage. Yet, none are present. If you are enjoying this so far, consider subscribing. It really helps me keep this channel going. In a stunning video from Indonesia, a fisherman had reeled in the aquatic version of a horror story. The video showcased the fisherman proudly displaying his strange and eerie catch. Initially, the fish seemed ordinary, but as the camera focused on its face, the horror unfolded. The fish had 2 terrifying mouths, each paired with a set of eyes, creating a truly unsettling sight. Adding to the eerie discovery, as the camera panned to the fish's lower body, observers noticed not only 2 mouths, but also 2 fins and 2 tails, indicating a mutated state. This raised concerns about potential causes, such as oil leaks or industrial waste dumped into the ocean, leading to such mutations. Now the question arose: would the fisherman sell this rare and monstrous fish for extra value? Or would people be too afraid to purchase such a horrific and abnormal creature? We've all heard about the legendary creatures known as Chupacabras, those supposedly mythical beings with a reptilian, alien-like body, roughly the size of a small bear. According to the stories, they attack and drink the blood of livestock, especially goat. But, of course, we all know they're just myths, right? Or do we? This video from Puerto Rico throws a twist into the tale, as it shows what many people are calling a real-life Chupacabra. The creature in the video appears to be deceased, likely the result of a recent roadkill accident. What's particularly unsettling are the features of this creature. Just take a look at its face. Those horrifying teeth that seem like they could cut through anything with ease. The eyes convey a sense of pure evil and terror, and the lower body and tail look strangely alien-like. Encounters with these types of creatures are quite alarming, especially as sightings seem to be increasing. The lingering question remains, are Chupacabras merely myths, or could there be something more to these unsettling creatures? This video takes us to India, where it captures an eerie scene unfolding at 2 a.m. on the streets. A homeless man is peacefully sleeping under a makeshift shelter when a strange and creepy creature, resembling a humanoid moving on all fours, crawls near him. As the creature continues its unsettling crawl, it stops upon noticing a lantern on a stool nearby. Here's where things get even more bizarre. The creature, displaying apparent telepathic abilities, moves the table and lantern without any physical touch. With its telepathic power, the cryptid levitates the lantern in the air for a while before vanishing out of the frame, concluding the video. Remarkably, throughout this strange encounter, the homeless man remains in deep slumber, oblivious to the unsettling situation around him. While the creature itself is undeniably scary, what adds to the fear is the unknown motive behind its actions. The video raises more questions than it answers, leaving us to wonder about the mysterious intentions of this strange and otherworldly being. This video, uploaded on Facebook by a hiking couple, claims to have captured what they believe to be a Bigfoot in the distance. The footage reveals a dense fog in the woods, and as the couple zooms in, a massive creature comes into view, seemingly engaged in its own activities. The initial impression suggests something akin to a gorilla or ape, but here's the catch. The video is from Canada, where there's no native population of apes or gorillas. This leads the couple to believe that the creature they encountered might indeed be a Bigfoot. As the couple realizes the unusual nature of their discovery, fear sets in, prompting them to cut the recording short and make a hasty retreat.
United. Dogs! Woo!
The question arises, is the creature captured in the video truly a Bigfoot, or could it be something even more sinister and terrifying? In a video making rounds on the internet, taken from Todd Standing's film Discovering Bigfoot, we catch a glimpse of an extraordinary moment where an elusive creature was caught on camera. In the clip, the mysterious being is cleverly concealed in the shadows behind a distant tree, barely noticeable to the naked eye. Thanks to the camera's high sensitivity sensor, the footage reveals a clear image of this creature. The face of the supposed Bigfoot is what many describe as typical, humanoid with large, human-like eyes, a distinct nose, and forehead wrinkles. Also, from the surface area of its face, this creature appears quite sizable, likely an adult, gazing directly at the camera with a look of surprise etched across its face. The chilling part is how this Bigfoot lurks in the shadows, and the unknown motives behind its stare. This video I stumbled upon on TikTok showcases the incredible force of a snowstorm, and it's nothing short of powerful. The person who recorded the clip gives us a first-hand look at an environment dominated by intense winds and swirling snowflake. The landscape transformed into something resembling an alien planet as the wind whipped the snow around. The recording also captures the uploader's horses, wisely tied behind a small cliff to shield them from the relentless snowstorm. The sound of snow particles striking the camera person adds to the intensity of the scene. In open fields like these, where the wind has no obstacles, snowstorms can be particularly forceful. The way the wind moves close to the ground, carrying a high concentration of snow, is both fascinating and somewhat unsettling. This video serves as a reminder of the raw power and beauty of nature's elements. Imagine you're enjoying your cruise when suddenly, the captain announces an unexpected turn. In this video, captured by a family on a cruise trip, the cruise ship approaches a life raft in the middle of the vast sea. To their surprise, the raft appears to be all alone. No signs of anyone needing help. It's just there, gently bobbing on the waves, with not a single soul on board or in the surrounding waters. The only company it has are some curious birds flying around. This scene raises some pretty big questions and a bit of concern. Why is this life raft adrift in the sea, and what was its purpose? Was someone on it, needing assistance, or did it accidentally fall from another ship? The mystery adds an unsettling twist to the situation, leaving us with more questions than answers. The vastness of the open sea holds secrets that sometimes baffle even the most seasoned cruisegoers. Ever wondered what it would be like to witness towering monsters like Godzilla in real life? Well, this video from California tries to give us a taste of that thrill. The video shows a dark sky ready to unleash a thunderstorm. In the midst of the intense weather, lightning suddenly lights up the clouds, revealing a colossal humanoid figure's shadow for just a fleeting moment. This gigantic shadow, reaching sky high, resembles an old man holding a walking stick. The sight is undeniably eerie, and the person recording the video seems genuinely scared. Yet, upon closer examination, to me it seems the fear factor may stem more from the lightning itself than the mysterious shadow. Nevertheless, many viewers believe in the authenticity of the video. The lingering question persists. Could this be a genuine encounter with a colossal being? Or is it merely a skillfully crafted illusion, sparked by the dramatic theatrics of Mother Nature? The decision is yours. This video shows a train journey through a wooded area where it takes an unexpected turn when the driver captures something mysterious in the distance. A colossal, motionless creature, towering and entirely white, stands there fixated on the passing train. Its sheer size is awe-inspiring, and it seems genuinely curious about the locomotive, standing as if observing the spectacle. The video sparks fascination, reminding us that our world is full of enigmatic wonders. This creature, with its ghostly appearance, adds an extra layer of intrigue to the scene. The person behind the camera even goes on to label it as a ghost sighted on the train track, emphasizing the otherworldly nature of the encounter. While a rational explanation might be a scarecrow or a Halloween decoration set up by nearby residents, the unsettling feeling lingers. Even if it were a scarecrow, the sight of this figure standing alone in the middle of nowhere raises eyebrows and sends a shiver down the spine. This video from the late 2000s started making waves on the internet, showcasing what many people claim to be a clip of an alien creature. In this footage, we are confronted with a bizarre entity seemingly lifeless inside a pan. The creature's pinkish skin, open lower body, and overall appearance give off an eerie alien vibe. While there might be a logical explanation that this creature could be a mutated version of a known species, its deformities and strangeness defy easy classification. It lacks legs, hands, and its lower body is unusually large, topped with a head resembling that of a turtle. Whatever it is, this creature elicits feelings of disgust and unease, and the mysterious nature of its existence raises questions about its place on our Earth among other creatures and humans. If you got so far in the video, it means you're a dedicated viewer. Thank you, And if you subscribe and hit the bell button, I promise to keep posting these for you to enjoy. In this video, you're seeing something unusual and intriguing through what seems to be a microscope. There are two orange worm-like creatures arranged end to end in a circle. They're moving in a peculiar way, almost like the way our intestines move when they push food through our system. These creatures could be some type of small worms or another kind of microorganism using this movement to get around. What they're doing in that circle is a bit of a mystery. It could be part of their way of eating, moving, or something else we don't understand without more information. Personally, I find it fascinating to catch a glimpse of these tiny life forms. I am not sure what these creatures are, and I am very curious about it. If you know what could they be, write in the comments. The video showcases a series of intriguing photographs capturing the remains of an unusual animal found on an ocean shore. The visuals reveal an animal with fur, positioned belly up, displaying distinctive claws and fangs, a sight that certainly piques curiosity and perhaps a bit of mystery. From the images and the accompanying story, we learn that this peculiar find was made following a storm, suggesting that the turbulent weather may have played a role in bringing the creature to the shore. The mention of experts proposing that it could be a skunk adds an interesting twist to the tale. Skunks are not typically associated with oceanic environments, making this explanation both surprising and a topic of speculation. If you are enjoying this so far, consider subscribing. It really helps me keep this channel going. The video presents an unusual sight, filmed from the safety of a woman's home. She captures footage of a creature that defies easy categorization, appearing as a hybrid between a rat and a worm. This peculiar animal moves along the ground near a wall, showcasing characteristics that are both fascinating and a bit unsettling. With the body and movement reminiscent of a worm, combined with the tail of a rat, this creature presents a unique visual puzzle. Its size is notable too, measuring at least 15 centimeters or 6 inches in length and possessing a substantial thickness. The way it moves, akin to the undulating motion of a worm, adds to the intrigue surrounding its appearance. This video makes me very curious of what this creature can be. I am sure I have seen it around somewhere, but I can't remember where. The video captured by a surveillance camera inside a mosque presents a compelling and mysterious scene. It shows individuals dressed in white engaging in prayer or meditation, seated on their knees with their heads and bodies bowed in reverence. A humanoid shadow materializes suddenly, with no apparent source or explanation. This shadowy figure captures our attention as it moves with purpose across the room. Its destination seems to be the door, and as it reaches this threshold, the figure appears to dematerialize or vanish into thin air, leaving no trace of its presence. The appearance of such a figure makes me raise questions and speculations about its nature. One interpretation offered is that it could be a jinn, a being from Islamic mythology, known for its ability to shapeshift and appear in various forms, often invisible to the human eye. What do you think this could be? The video captured from a parking lot in a residential area of New Jersey showcases an extraordinary and unusual sight that is as bewildering as it is fascinating. The person behind the camera manages to record a bear. Remarkably, the bear is seen walking on 2 legs, much like a human, as it navigates the street with an almost casual demeanor. As the bear approaches a trash can, it continues to maintain its bipedal stance, peering inside the container with a level of curiosity and scrutiny one might expect from a person rather than a wild animal. Despite this human-like investigation, the bear seems to find nothing of interest, and maintaining its upright posture, decides to simply move on, minding its own business. Personally, I find this video both amusing and a little awe-inspiring.
It's a reminder of the unexpected wonders our world has to offer, and the sometimes thin line between human and animal behavior. The video in question offers a glimpse into an extraordinary and somewhat unsettling sight, captured from the back of a truck that's transporting animals. The person filming has stumbled upon a creature that, at first glance, seems to resemble a cow. However, upon closer inspection, it's clear this is no ordinary cow. The most striking feature is the animal's head, which appears to be split in half by a pronounced line that divides not only the head, but also the mouth and tongue. As a result, when the cow opens its mouth, two tongues are visible, extending outwards in an unusual display. This peculiar physical trait makes the animal a subject of fascination and speculation. Without knowing more, it's challenging to determine the exact nature or cause of this unique appearance. It could be a rare genetic mutation, or perhaps a condition not commonly seen by the general public. On a personal note, encountering such a distinctive creature is a reminder of how vast and surprising nature and its anomalies can be. I'm sure most of us would call it a cryptid if we saw it in the wild. The video, captured by a surveillance camera overlooking the yard of a house, depicts a tense and alarming scenario. It shows an individual armed with nothing but a long stick in a desperate attempt to defend themselves against a formidable threat. The tension escalates rapidly as two bears charge into the yard, their intentions unclear, but their presence undeniably menacing. While one of the bears decides to move on, the other, undeterred, launches an attack on the person. The bear's powerful leap results in the individual being knocked to the ground, a moment that must have been fraught with terror. On a personal note, maybe we should keep our homes away from their animals' habitat. In this intriguing video, filmed on a beach in China, we witness a peculiar and somewhat eerie discovery. The footage is from the perspective of a man observing another individual who holds something quite unusual in his hands. Initially, it appears to be a mere pile of mold or moss, oddly resembling a human-shaped gingerbread in both shape and flatness. The scene takes an unexpected turn when, as the man handling the object begins to move it, the pile itself starts to show signs of life. This sudden animation transforms what was assumed to be an inanimate object into a living entity, casting an aura of mystery and a touch of the uncanny over the entire scene. The nature of this creature is not immediately clear from the video, leaving me to ponder its origins and identity. I have never seen such a creature, but if any of you have encountered anything like this before, let me know in the comments. The video presents a strikingly unusual sight, a creature that, at first glance, defies the norms of natural biology. Held by its wings by a man, this creature appears to be a chicken, but with an unexpected twist. It has the head of what looks to be a monkey. Such an anomaly prompts immediate questions about the authenticity of what we're seeing. Given the extraordinary nature of this creature, skepticism naturally arises. The possibility of video editing or the use of a mask to create this bizarre visual effect seems plausible. Similarly, the idea of placing a mask on a chicken, while unusual, could achieve a similar effect without the need for digital manipulation. I'm inclined to approach this video with caution, leaning towards the explanation that there's some form of trickery at play. The idea of a chicken with a monkey's head, while fascinating, challenges our understanding of biology and genetics to such an extent that seeking a more rational explanation seems wise. If you got so far in the video, it means you're a dedicated viewer. Thank you. And if you subscribe and hit the bell button, I promise to keep posting these for you to enjoy. If you ever spot a tornado forming in front of you, Common sense says to run, right? Well, this man did the opposite. In this video, we witness a tornado forming from a tiny swirl of air. Initially, it's of a normal size, but as it gets closer to the cameraman, it becomes thinner. Instead of running away, the cameraman starts recording from an even closer distance. As the tornado gains strength, the cameraman continues running close to it, defying the typical instinct to seek safety. Luckily, this tornado turns out to be not too powerful and eventually stops after moving for a while. Many viewers are calling the man in the video foolish, and it's hard to argue against that because you never know when these things can transform into massive, furious tornadoes. This video has left most people on the internet scratching their heads as it captures a mermaid-like creature sitting in the ocean. From a distance, this creature appears to be a mix of a human and a fish, sporting a fish-like tail and a woman's upper body. However, there's another possible explanation. It could be a statue placed by a nearby fish restaurant. The puzzling part is that this is in the middle of nowhere, making the presence of a statue seem illogical. To me, it seems like a genuine mermaid sighting, but I'm a bit skeptical because the mermaid isn't moving and just sits there like a statue. It's a confusing sight, and having more footage or a closer look could provide more evidence to analyze. The mystery of this video keeps us wondering about the true nature of the creature in the ocean. If you got so far in the video, it means you're a dedicated viewer. Thank you. And if you subscribe and hit the bell button, I promise to keep posting these for you to enjoy. In this video, we see it from the perspective of a man and his friend who have stumbled upon an intriguing tunnel in a wall late at night. Motivated by curiosity, they decide to investigate where this tunnel might lead. The friend leads the way with a flashlight, and the man with the camera follows into the narrow passage. As they progress further into the tunnel, they pause to scan the area with the flashlight. Suddenly, an unidentified, furry bipedal creature darts out from the depths of the tunnel towards them. The details are unclear due to the poor lighting, but it's evident that the animal is unlike any typical wildlife they've encountered before. Understandably alarmed, the two individuals make a quick and frantic retreat, managing to escape the tunnel. It's one of those encounters that's both thrilling and a little bit terrifying. It makes you wonder what's lurking in the shadows when we're not paying attention. Personally, I'm glad they got out okay, but part of me is super curious about what that creature was. In this intriguing video, a man is driving when he comes across a sight that is as baffling as it is fascinating. Captured from his car, the footage shows a small, thin figure making its way across the street. The figure has the shape and appearance of a human, but is remarkably miniature, standing at about 50 to 60 centimeters, or around 20 inches in height. It's clear from the video that this isn't a child. The proportions are all wrong. The figure is too slender, more akin to a miniature adult than anything else. It's as though an adult has been scaled down by some fantastical shrink machine. The existence of such a being on a regular street is a profound deviation from the ordinary and naturally raises a multitude of questions. Where did it come from? What is it exactly? The footage doesn't provide clear answers, but it does offer a glimpse into the extraordinary, challenging my perceptions of what is possible. Personally, I find the video intriguing, and I can't stop wondering if this is not just an edit. Want to see what a creature straight from a nightmare looks like? This video, captured by Vietnamese fishermen, unveils a really unsettling creature. When you first see it, it's this huge alien-looking thing with a bunch of moving arms and a body that looks like a stack of tentacles. It's pretty massive, and all the tentacles seem to be doing their own thing. Even though it's super eerie, the creature stays in one spot, and we're left wondering where its mouth is, or how it eats. Some people think the key to its functions is in the central base, while others suggest it might be a rare underwater plant, just chilling in the deep sea because of its weird structure. This video really makes you think about the mysteries of the ocean and the strange creatures that live there. What do you think about this creepy thing from the deep sea? This video, pulled from Facebook and quite an old one, takes us to a strange scene in the middle of nowhere, a drainage system standing alone. After a few seconds into the video, a head pops out from the drainage pipe, and things take a spooky turn. Upon closer inspection, the head bears a resemblance to what many people would describe as an alien. The alien-like creature peeks out for just a few seconds before the video abruptly ends, leaving us with a multitude of questions. Why was the person recording in the middle of nowhere, focusing on a drainage pipe? What on earth, or possibly not from Earth, was that alien-like being doing inside the drainage system? Now, some skeptics out there claim that the video is a result of computer-generated imagery. However, those who argue otherwise point to the seamless blending of the creature's skin texture with the background, making it challenging to believe it's computer-generated imagery. The mystery behind this odd encounter leaves us contemplating the possibilities of extraterrestrial visits, or perhaps just a well-executed, yet bizarre, video moment in the middle of nowhere. After witnessing albino versions of pandas, raccoons, and deer, it's time for an albino mountain goat to steal the spotlight. This video, coming all the way from Western North America, treats us to the sight of an albino mountain goat gracefully scaling a distant mountain. This majestic albino goat is a stunning sight, completely pure white and easily distinguishable from afar. Covered in thick, snowy fur, it exudes a unique and beautiful aura. Now you might be wondering, how can you tell an albino mountain goat apart from a regular white one? Well, albino mountain goats have pink noses and hooves, and their coats tend to be even whiter compared to their non-albino counterparts. In this particular video, although not crystal clear, a slight pinkish hue on the goat's hooves hints at its rare albino status. In the world, there are two kinds of people: those who have researched and believe in the existence of aliens, and others, like myself, who consider aliens to be nothing more than a product of human imagination. However, after encountering this video from the US Air Force, even skeptics like me might need to reconsider their stance. The footage captures the night sky, revealing an unidentified flying object gracefully soaring through the air. This object appears to resemble a spaceship, complete with a plate-like structure and a pilot cabin at its forefront. The video even includes close-up shots of the spaceship's cockpit, where two alien-like figures are observed piloting the craft. These beings bear an uncanny resemblance to the aliens commonly depicted in movies. Notably, the spaceship appears to be flying at a relatively low altitude, prompting speculation that, if genuine, it might be navigating Earth's surface. The image captured from the cockpit provides a fascinating glimpse of curious-looking aliens. Additionally, it's impressive that the US Air Force possesses cameras capable of zooming in to such an extent, capturing distant objects in the night sky. Nowadays, creating fake Bigfoot sighting clips is relatively easy, but capturing it on a Facebook stream adds a whole new level of authenticity. This particular video comes from a Facebook streamer enjoying a forest hike with his uncle. As the live stream documented their return, the uncle suddenly grew alarmed by something in the distant forest. The streamer swiftly zoomed in on his camera to the spot indicated by his uncle and spotted a massive black creature standing completely still. This creature, covered in dark fur, initially seemed bear-like, but upon closer observation, it became clear it was something more humanoid.
Both the streamer and his uncle were gripped by fear, and in the background, the distant barks of nearby dogs hinted at the unsettling presence of this mysterious being.
Oh my God, what is that? Like a damn kangaroo. Hold up, I'm gonna get it on tape. A bear or something? Look like a damn bear.
The creature resembling a Bigfoot lurked behind the woods, seemingly stalking the streamer and his uncle. What added to the eerie scene were the strange hand signals the Bigfoot-like creature was making from a distance, possibly communicating with other Bigfoots in the area. The tension in the air and the mysterious signals raise questions about the existence of these elusive creatures and what their intentions might be. If you are enjoying this so far, consider subscribing. It really helps me keep this channel going. Remember the childhood fascination with mermaids? Well, this recent internet video made me question whether our mermaid dreams might have a touch of reality. The footage, shot by a hiker from a hidden spot near a lake, captures a creature in the water that looks remarkably like a mermaid. This aquatic being sports a fish-like lower body and a woman's head, embodying the classic mermaid image. As the video unfolds, the mermaid-like creature gracefully swims in the lake, bringing a touch of magic to the scene. However, my enthusiasm took a hit when the video ended without revealing the creature's face. This absence raised my suspicions, leading me to believe that the video might be a clever hoax. It's possible that the mysterious creature was merely a woman in an exceptionally well-crafted mermaid costume, playing into our childhood fantasies. While the video sparked excitement, the lack of a conclusive view leaves room for skepticism, reminding us to approach such enchanting sightings with a hint of caution. A forest ranger, after hearing complaints from campers and hikers about a strange visitor in the woods, decides to check it out and discovers something really unsettling. The ranger records a video as evidence, and the spooky scene unfolds in the dark forest at night. Armed with a flashlight, the ranger points towards a bizarre humanoid creature strolling in the distance. This creature, tall and strangely calm, moves through the woods as if it doesn't know it's been found. What makes the sight even creepier is the creature's odd texture, making it look like it's made of leaves or plants. Just the idea of such a being wandering around the forest without us knowing is enough to give you chills. The video shows the unsettling truth of these unknown creatures living deep in the forest. The ranger's discovery confirms the worries of hikers and campers, making us think about the mysteries hiding in the quiet corners of nature. Encountering a Bigfoot is already spooky, but imagine the terror of being charged at by one. In this chilling video, two hikers in a peaceful Canadian forest were taking a leisurely stroll when they spotted a large black creature in the distance. This hefty creature, standing tall, noticed it was being observed and suddenly began charging at the person with the camera. The Bigfoot emitted terrifying growls and yells as it closed in.
Run!
Despite its massive size, the creature surprisingly moved swiftly. The hikers, realizing the danger, started running for their lives. The video captures the intense moment as the Bigfoot relentlessly pursued them, creating a scene straight out of a hiker's worst nightmare. This footage vividly demonstrates the aggressiveness and agitation that Bigfoot may exhibit when they feel someone is trying to record them. It's a spine-chilling reminder of the mysterious and formidable nature of these elusive creatures. If encountering a cryptid wasn't on your 2024 to-do list, this video is sure to give you a good spook. An Indian villager recorded this eerie footage while investigating distress calls from his farm animals. As he scanned the area, he heard branches breaking in a nearby tree, and what he captured on camera is downright chilling. The video he captured reveals a frightening creature climbing the tree, painted all in purple with ape-like hands and facial features. What really sends shivers down your spine is the strange and sinister smile on the creature's face.
It tried to hide behind the tree from the camera, but the villager managed to capture it. After stopping the recording to call for help from other villagers, he returned to the tree only to find the creature mysteriously gone. Thankfully, the villager recorded the video first, providing evidence for what he witnessed. Without it, convincing others about this bizarre encounter would have been quite a challenge. This video comes from a tourist guide leading a group of Chinese tourists through the Carolinian forest of Canada. As the tourists enjoyed the adventure and recorded the beautiful surroundings, they stumbled upon something quite unbelievable. In the distance, they spotted a gorilla-like creature in the forest, busy digging into the ground. The weird thing was that there are no gorillas or apes in Canada, and the creature didn't move like a gorilla, suggesting it was something else. The tour guide, a girl behind the camera, informed the tourists that it might be a Sasquatch, and judging by its appearance, it did resemble one. The Chinese tourists were amazed, pulling out their cameras to capture pictures and videos of the creature, which seemed unaware of being recorded. After digging for a while, the Sasquatch eventually wandered away, and the video came to an end. It's likely a trip those tourists will remember for the rest of their lives. In this video, a man films something super creepy from outside his house at night. He sees two pairs of eyes glowing in the dark, looking right at him. These eyes sometimes blink or even wink, which is really weird because most animals don't wink. When animals' eyes glow in the dark, it's usually because they have a special layer in their eyes that helps them see better at night. But animals winking, that's not something you see every day, and it makes the whole thing feel even creepier. To me, this video is a spooky reminder that there's so much out there we don't know about, especially in the dark. The idea of glowing eyes watching you in the night is enough to give anyone the chills. In this video, we're taken on a late-night drive through a forest, seen from the perspective of a passenger filming the journey. Everything changes when they have to slam on the brakes. Right there, in the middle of the road, is something you'd never expect. A strange figure that looks human, standing still, cloaked in black from head to toe. The driver tries everything to get it to move. He honks the horn, shouts, and even inches the car closer. But this cloaked figure just won't budge. It's like it doesn't even notice them. Finally, deciding enough is enough, the driver steps out of the car, determined to confront this mysterious roadblock. But here's where it gets really weird. When he reaches out and pulls the cloak away, there's nothing there. No person, no object, nothing that could explain how this cloak was standing upright in a perfectly human shape. It's as if they've encountered a ghost or some kind of invisible force. To me, this is seriously spooky stuff. How does a cloak stand in the middle of the road like it's wrapped around someone, but when you check, there's nothing there? In this fascinating video, a man is seen interacting with a freshly captured, still alive piranha. Holding the fish securely in his hand, he decides to test the famed cutting ability of its teeth. He takes a stick and inserts it into the piranha's mouth, curious to see if the small but notorious fish can indeed slice through it. Remarkably, each time the stick is placed in the mouth, the fish quickly cuts it, demonstrating the incredible strength and sharpness of its teeth. This experiment is repeated multiple times, consistently cutting through the stick effortlessly. It's a clear demonstration of the power packed into the jaws of such a small creature. Watching this, I'm struck by the sheer adaptability and specialized traits that evolution has bestowed upon creatures. For more strange and interesting footage, check this out.